What is up, legends? We are back, and we are back in Hype Watch. So, if you're new to Hype Watch, what we do every week is we talk about things that I think are going to be hype that you probably should look forward to and hop in and jump in on. And we just have some fun. I still kind of determined what I want to do story time in this, and now a lot of people like that last week. I'm kind of like, on really doing it, but what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to keep it definitely faster than what last week was. So going in, very first thing that we have this week is Final Fantasy Rebirth. I've hyped this many times, but I'm gonna continue to keep hyping it because of how big of this is a generational game. Like in our generation, for everybody who's alive right now to see this is a generational game. The first one was a remake, and Rebirth are generational game, so just keep that in mind. It's going to be available the 29th. Now there is a trailer. The trailer is hella spoily. I'm going to just let you guys rate. Spoiler. If there's ever a term spoiler for a trailer, it's in this one. Make you feel some stuff. So they put it out. It's probably going to be the second to last trailer because we're getting really close now. We're going to be pretty soon, under 2 months. This game is out, so a lot of stuff is going to start coming out, and they're going to start throwing a whole bunch of information at us. But I definitely wanted to put you guys out there to let you guys know that the trailer is up. And they are showing this one right here. This right here is a damn spoiler. Freaking Square? What the hell? All right, we're going back up. I actually didn't know they were going to make that the thumbnail. But anyway, watch it at your own, at your own risk. Next up is Visions of Mana. They just recently announced this at the Game Awards. The Game Awards show was mid. Everybody else is trying to be nice and give it it was mid. Let's be real. And they did kind of jerk Spider-Man. Spider-Man deserved to win one of those 7 awards. I'm giving it art direction. Maybe art direction and maybe music. Music was actually pretty good. Action, it deserved to win something. I 7 times. Obviously you're a good enough game to be nominated that many times, and you're nominated that many times but not win anything. I'm wow. That's what I have a problem with. And I know a lot of people say, well, it's not good enough to beat all the other games and everything else like this. It was for me. It was an 8.5 out of 10. It was not a 9. It wasn't a 9.5. It wasn't a 10. With that saying, it should have won one of those awards. I find it really a problem. And this is with the Academy Awards. They have the same kind of thing. If something gets nominated that many times, it's obviously good enough to actually be there, and it deserves to win something. And I think, even though I could be wrong, I don't know. So don't say that I know and I'm just throwing this out there. And why is Ronda Rousey when have I ever clicked? Whatever. I think something happened that we don't know to make that not win. Because the same way that the other game that didn't even get nominated. Damn, now I can't even remember the name right now. But there's a game that didn't even get nominated, and it's actually a really good game. You guys are probably gonna know when I say this, but I don't remember it right now. It just the Harry Potter game. The Harry Potter game that didn't get nominated at all. The Hogwarts. And that's disrespectful. We all know why. But your criteria is supposed to be on if a game is good or not what you feel about what the IP owner did. I don't like that. I just don't like that. There's a lot of innocent people that go along with that, and that's the reason why I don't like that. There's people who made the game, put their work in, who worked years and stuff like that. You just disrespect all of that, basically because the IP owner disrespect a certain amount of people. One bad doesn't you just do something bad towards another bad, and it's supposed to even out. That's not the way the world works. People like to think that's the way that the world works, but that's not the way that the world works. If somebody done the work, they deserve to be there. That's like saying a black person doesn't deserve to win the award with a white person. And we've been through that in history where that's not the case. So if a black person deserves the award, they deserve to win it. And it's the same thing right here. You can't segregate somebody back because they segregated. That's not like you just not how it works. But I think that's what happened with Harry Potter, and people were probably going to be like, "Oh, it deserves it because of the owner and everything." Like, no, that's just not how it works. If you don't want to play it, that's fine. That's all well and good. But I don't like when political things override just straight like I don't like when political things override what should be right and what should be wrong. If you don't like what somebody did, you just don't like it and you don't deal with them anymore, but you don't do that to a whole bunch of innocent people. That's not fair. That's kind of like how the war that we have going on. I'm actually ending up in story time anyway right now, but that's kind of like what's going on in the war right now. You don't like a certain amount of people, so they blew up half the country and killed all the people because they don't like the whole country didn't do it. I understand war, go after people who are guilty, but you're blowing up everybody, including your own side too. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, there's a lot of that in the world where people just go too far. And I think the whole Harry Potter thing is them going too far. And it just not even be nominated. Wow. That's what we're doing now? Game industry? Really? All right. Octopath Traveler. As you guys can see, this is the SEA version of it right now, even though that kind of really doesn't matter. Square just be like, nah, you can't play. Like, and here's why this is big. This is very big for a reason. Square historically doesn't care about the SEA region. I know people don't like to hear that, but obviously you saw what happened with Ever Crisis. Now you guys can all play because it's on Steam and everything else. So we got even more people to actually play it with us. Like co-op with Ever Crisis is just instant queue. Like, the minute you go on the co-op, you just get people now. And it was never like that. Not even at launch was it ever like that. Like, it's wilding now. Like you can just play with people and everybody's kind of like enjoying it. Like, I wish they had just did the Steam version from the get-go. The game would be vastly different right now. Like, they probably would have more money too, but they probably weren't ready to do that. But it's really big that they're going into SEA over here with Octopath Traveler, because that means they're going to do it with other games probably. And historically, I always have people in my comment section, it's not global because I can't play in this country. When people don't seem to understand that when a company says global distribution and it says that in the TOS, that means global. It doesn't, just because it doesn't show up in your country doesn't mean that it's not global. That just means that it can't show up in your country because your country is blocking it. That's what that means. Doesn't mean that it's not global. I always gotta argue with people like that because if it's not global, why are you saying it's global? Well, that's misinformation. No, it's misinformation that you don't understand why you can't play. Not that everybody else can't play. There's a reason why you can't play. And normally it's like whatever country it is don't like Square. That's literally what it is at the end of the day. And that Square has to do something and like nerf something in the game, like they have some type of depiction of religion or something like that in the game that particular company or country doesn't like, and they're like, well, we're blocking this game. And that's what happens. Not that Square doesn't like giving you the access to your game, because obviously they want money. They don't care about that. They would let them play. That's how that works right there. So when you literally see something that is globally launched and you can't play, it's your country. And you actually can do something about that. You can complain. You can actually validly complain, and people will put petitions and say, why are we blocking this? What is going on? And it get removed, basically. But if nobody says anything and nobody makes a problem of it, then it just don't get moved, and then they just don't cover the game in your region. That's the way that it works. So next up, we have a Devil May Cry, which is the Peak of Combat. This is now going to be coming global and early next year, January. I believe it's like the 15th or something like that, but it's going to be rocking. It's going to be live, and you guys are going to be doing what you need to do to actually play this game. This game is actually pretty good. I gotta say, this game is actually pretty good. They are doing a really good job with it. It's like playing a Devil May Cry game on the mobile platform. Hopefully they'll have a PC version for it, which they probably won't, because for a reason, whatever. But it's actually pretty fun. And if you like the characters, you'll be able to get like the characters like Virgil and Lady and Dante, of course, and Nero. They're going to all be in the game, doing different storylines, and it's going to be a pretty good game. So look forward to that. We have Rise of Demon. Next up, Rise of Demon is pretty much a city builder, as you can see, slash idle, push your way forward, slash like, you know the word, they're like running through the forest on idle, and then you just run up on enemies and attack and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of that. So I just wanted to point that out there because these games usually tend to do well, as you guys know. So here's an interesting type of thing. Remember Aura 7? Here's a funny thing. This game came to CN and JP, got canceled. Came to SCA, got canceled. Was gonna come global, we never saw it, got canceled. Went back to CN, got canceled. Came back to SCA a second time. This was like 5 times now. Got canceled, and now it's back again, right here. This is the JP side. So I don't know what to say about this, but I had to just say it. That's how many times they came and went. You can literally find every version too. You can't play them, but you can find every iteration version. So it's currently right now available in testing. Right now, I'll give you this site. It's very hard to actually sign up for this site. So it's up to you if you want to go through all of it. Well, it's not hard. It's just annoying. If you want to go through all the rigmarole of actually signing up for this site, it's actually a pretty good site if you're looking for mobile games on the JP side, and you can reserve stuff and get APKs and stuff like this. I just wanted to put it out there for people like that and other creators if they want to use the site, if they're worried, well, not worried, but if they want to play things JP side and that type of stuff. We've had the JP and the CN side as well. So I just want to put it out there. You guys I like to share. I want everybody to play. Mostly, I don't want to just be covering stuff. Hey, look, can be play this game and nobody could play. That's kind of like useless, which is why I reiterated so much of trying to get you guys into Bilibili and then initially QApp. And then remember when I introduced Tap Tap to everybody, people was like, Tap Tap, you're going to steal information and everything else like that. But ain't nobody stealing your information. Nobody cares. It ain't important enough for that. You ain't Obama. Calm down. Like they ain't doing that. And then now everybody on Tap Tap now. I'm happy I started that way because I just want everybody to play games or be able to play games, and that's why I'm really happy about that. Like we got almost all the creators on Tap Tap and everything else like that. Everybody was talking junk 2 or 3 years ago, and I had to kind of shut that down. Like ain't nobody taking your information, and it's a good platform, and they just want people to just play the games. That's all the platform is, and this is another platform like that. So hopefully people will take advantage of this and start getting in there and playing these games. Next up is Battle Through the Heavens. This is interesting because this is a Wuxia game and people are actually really liking it. Now, me personally, you guys know how I feel about the idle games and everything else like that. They're okay and stuff like this, but when they start giving you a lot of stuff to do in these games, that's when they start being better. Like it's just not just you just idling all day and that's all the hell you really do. Like idle all day. It has substance behind it and it has areas of interest for you to actually play, and that's pretty much what this game is about. So if you're into those types of idle games and just looking for like the next thing that you can hop in and it'll be lasting longer than a damn week, try it out. Next up is now I like, it's not great. I'll put it that way. It's one of those games where it looks cute. That's why I'm struggling for words. It just looks cute. Like a lot of AI art and stuff like this. It always looks good, but then the combat is literally you don't do anything. Like you just level on the characters, you RPG managing, and then bye. That's pretty much what it is. But this has a market. Quick story. I had a Korean dev hit me up a month ago and want me to kind of like focus on them because they're saying the market is kind of like faltering for them. And I was like, all right, so what do you do? And every single game was like this. And I'm like, dog, the reason why the market is faltering is because the public don't like these games. Like, you're getting people to just kind of like spend money blindly, but the general gaming public does not like these games. It gives Gacha a bad name. And the person was like taken back. He was shocked. He's like, "Are you sure?" And I screen shared and I showed him my comment section and scrolled. I showed him all of like the comments from this year, because you can do that as a creator. And I had about 200 to 300 comments of people saying on these types of games, "Why they keep making this stuff? I hate this type of stuff. It's just, oh, you don't even play. It's mindless." Everything else, like, just over and over. And people cursing, people carrying on, stuff blocked that you guys never see, because I just have it that YouTube just automatically blocks anybody who just starts cursing. As well, I tell people, keep it clean, because you're just gonna get auto blocked. Like, I'll never see it. Mods ain't gonna see it. It's just gonna be in oblivion forever. Like, like, keep it classy. Keep it classy around here. That's all you gotta do. And you'll never see any problems with me. You'll never have me deleting your comments. You never have me have like any problem with me at all, because I want you guys to say how you feel, because these companies see that, and I want it to be known. And it came into exact example right here with this person. And he's actually a major dev in that particular company, and he actually really didn't know that the Western market felt that way. And like, I'm sure other creators have this type of stuff too. And he's like, "You know what? All right, we're gonna have to do better." That's really all I want a company to tell me. And he's the first person in like a year of me talking to different devs that actually said that. Like other devs get upset and be like, "Well, no, I don't feel that." Like, they try to make excuses for making crappy games, whatever. Like, it's obvious it's a crappy game. It's obvious that you spent like 2 days on the damn game. It's obvious that it's a pay to win type of situation. Why don't you just make a better game? Like, get upset. Well, I want to have a meeting. You hurt devs' feelings. You guys know who I'm talking about with that. I'm like, y'all doing everything else but saying you're gonna fix the game. Not that you're gonna make a better game. Like, you just upset because I said your game's crap. Like, it's crap. Like, hello? Make a better game. Why is that so hard? No, let's have a meeting where we're upset. No, make a better game. I'm not changing anything I'm gonna say. Like, Hero Quest Idle RPG war game. Also notice I haven't gotten anything else from that company since that as well, which is cute, but I really don't care, because make a better game. So this is one of those survival games slash defense games, which, kind of like is what it is. If you are into this type of stuff, they're obviously going to be chibi. Everything is chibi. Even the effects is chibi. When you have chibi effects, you're doing too much. But people may or may not like this. We can't see anything else other than this, but I can already tell that, it's like chibi all the way through, including the art right here, chibi. So they go in the hardcore with that. Final Squad. This is a lit game. I played this a few. I am kind of, you may or may not see this before this video even comes live. I'm debating. We'll see how that goes, but it's a very good game. I think it's actually really fun, and I'm probably gonna throw it up on the channel just so people can actually play it and enjoy it. But we will see. All right. Second to last is Front Mission Mobile. This game is actually amazing sauce. What did I just click? I clicked something bad. Go back. And like I said, this game is actually really cool, really good. They did a, can I click on this without the sound coming? There we go. I hope they put this global. There's no indication of that at all. They have no licensing. They have not trademarked anything, which is usually when you know that something's actually going to come, or at least they want to actually try when they do stuff like that. All of that is kind of like industry stuff that I can look up and see. There's none of that here. So as of right now, there is no inkling that this will ever be global. Right, as of right now, it could change literally tomorrow. They could just start trademarking and start putting stuff and start prepping on the Google store, stuff like that. But as of right now, no. But it's actually worth playing. see inside it. Like, no, it's just a really good game. It's one of those strategy type RTS type games, kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics, kind of like not Front Mission. What's the other game? It's not Fire Emblem, like on those lines. I am deeply interested in this game. I hope that they get some type of funding and they bring this over, because Front Mission was always good back in the day, and this game is actually good right now. And this is an end game right now. And of course they do like the little waifu type of things like this. They got the waifus, everything else like this, but this is like the major hype. All right. Finally, the last thing before I let you guys get out of here is Black Stella. Now, Black Stella is now available right now. JP, I did put this up on the channel. This is, in my opinion, kind of like a Final Fantasy-like game, basically in a mobile platform. Is pretty cool. Has actually a pretty interesting story. Well, you guys probably not gonna understand it because it's JP, but good characters, good story, and good combat. Actually, it's not just mindless combat. You don't control a whole lot, granted, like Final Fantasy, but it is good combat, rather countering and getting characters together. It also doesn't seem to pay to win as well, so I wanted to just put that out there, because stuff like this goes under the radar, obviously, because it's not English, but it's definitely something that you can look out for. So outside of that is all I got for you guys right now. Thank you again, everybody who stops by. Last week was really interesting. You guys really liked the story time, even though I did a little bit of story time this time around. I really don't have anything story-wise to say this week, so we're just gonna wrap right here. Hope you guys have a good Sunday. I hope you had a good weekend on top of that. Again, you guys, all the stuff that I get to actually do industry-wise is because of this channel, because people like you who are watching actually help out, like, comment, subscribe, say their input. And I deeply encourage that if you don't like a game, you say the reasons why. And if you like a game, you say the reasons why, because these guys are actually seeing it. So I deeply encourage that, and I appreciate that. And like, it really came, like, you guys in the comment section, as cheesy as this sounds, you may actually change the company outlook. I know that sounds cheesy, and you may be like, no, one person doesn't do anything, but when they saw that many comments on that, they're like, oh wow, like, okay, like I didn't know, like, and maybe they don't. I think a lot of times Eastern companies just don't know, because they're not on the West chilling, and like, obviously they're not native English speakers, so they're not going to sit there and mess around. And then the West has a very much a stigma about it that's not very friendly when it comes to that. So they're not going to sit there and be looking through comment sections unless they're actually pointed at it and stuff, or know to look, or know where to look. So it helps. So happy Sunday. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next video. Peace.